Sagittarius. This is your tarot forecast for August 2016. So, as we start off this month, I can see how you are working through certain things and situations there in July. Some is still in process and it's bleeding over into here in August. And in that case, here, there's going to be a little bit more oomph. Okay, so I see energy picking up. You're going to be able to go in there and actually start stirring it. And as you do, there's this momentum of feeling of success that you're actually seeing results. And in that, of course, what does that inspire? It inspires new enthusiasm, right? So it's like step by step, moving upwards here like a ladder towards where it is you're ultimately aiming as your goals. So, yes, there is also a female here that's going to be quite important this month. And I feel this is a very outgoing, very charming lady, very full of action and laughter. And even she, I feel here, has something that she's trying to find, that symbolic key to get up and move beyond. And she might come to you to pick your brains. Because why? You are a very visual person. You don't always see problems, you see solutions. And that's one of your gifts. And that's because you're always enthusiastic, optimistic, and whatnot. And so you could see beyond whatever blockages or limitations. So she's coming to you, and whatever advice it is you're giving her, I see her being really grateful for it. So, yeah, that's beautiful. Now, there's a second female to Sagittarius. Now, this seems to be more so a family-related member. She is a great communicator. She is a very curious type person because she has a little insight of everything that goes on around her. She's the type that really just likes to stay informed. So hopefully that can help you place her and who she might point towards here personally for you. In this family situation, there is a money question coming up, either trying to balance out something. Maybe she's going to need a little help, or maybe she's coming in there to help you. But there is some decisions to be made here as far as the financial goes, and she is directly involved. Now, I wonder whether this can have to do with any kind of movement. Not saying that you might be moving, maybe she is. So that could really be maybe that she's just needing some practical help instead of reaching out paying for it. So that could be a great support right there. But for you personally, here, home and family life, Sagittarius this month seems to be in a happy way, very balanced. I see forward movement and interaction here, more time being shared together with your loved ones. So that is great because we have times where we work a lot and we get distracted and then we feel that we're not having enough time here one-on-one with our closest ones, but you're going to get that this month. So it's putting a smile on your face. And also I could see that there might even be here when we talk about work and being busy there might be some insight, news, or information that somebody might be leaving, but it's not you. It could be somebody else who is turning a corner, heading towards a new direction in their career. So there might be an opening there for somebody new to come in. So a little bit changes here this month as far as work goes. But for you personally, it feels a situation that might have been lingering, okay? This has to do with some either idea that you might have had. It could have been something you have proposed, brought forward in the past, but has kind of been put aside on the shelf. But let me tell you though, whatever that idea might have been or what you have proposed really fell in good earth. I think it might just not have been the right time for it to be brought up, acted upon, and expanded upon, but you could come to hear something that might now be implemented in your job site there. And so there's a sense of personal satisfaction, victory, that you have really inspired to an alteration, a change there in the workspace. So that's really sweet as well. And for you personally here, wow, Sagittarius, especially I feel the second half of August, I see you taking charge, cutting to the core, straight into the matter, into the heart of something that is super or will become super powerful for you. I see this conviction just, from the crown chakra and down, really just spreading wide open. And whatever it might be for you personally, because this is a group reading, so it can't be the same for all of you, Sagittarius, right? But individually, pay attention because this is something that I feel has to do with a breakthrough point that can actually now start propelling you into the rest of the oncoming months this year. And when you feel that level of conviction, then you kick into action. Nobody moves as swiftly and as optimistically ahead as you do when you have that fire. And so definitely you're going to be having that. So if you feel that that fire has been a little like that here the last few months, well, we know that a few of the planets have been retrograde, slowing things down nearly to a halt. And for a personality like you, that doesn't always sit too right. You like action, right? Excitement and so forth. So the excitement factor, the big wow factor, is turning a corner here, and you will come to see how it's going to influence you here straight throughout the year. Um, then also, this is more so on an emotional level. What is it you're thinking, Sagittarius? Looks like you might have had some thoughts. I won't say necessarily worries, but I do see there's some thoughts. And I feel that it has really brought up a whole lot, both from the past, but most of it is actually pointed towards the future. So I'm thinking these thoughts are, so where do we go from here? How do we expand from here? How can we get to the next level of our dreams from here? So it's more strategizing, and trying to put the right foot forward in order to bring the level of what it is you have in your relationship to that next level. So not all worries are bad or negative. Some worries really help getting the think tank going. And so I see how you're just feeling that much more serious about where you are today and wanting to improve the quality here and balance of your relationship. So even that, and this is more so all the way towards the end of August, okay? So throughout August, you might connect and reconnect again with those thoughts. How am I moving forward? How am I building structurally for that future that could bring joy, happiness to the twosome? And for those of you in your families, of course, that will also trickle over and embrace all family members, of course. Now let's look at you single Sagittarians. We always get that question too. What about us that are single? So looking for you here right now, you could now, I feel, turn a corner. Some of you are thinking about somebody in the past, whether to reconnect there, whether there might be a new chance, a new hope to re-trigger and restart. But for some of you, yes, that can work. But I'm seeing here for most of you, it's actually the future, not the past, that's going to pan out for you. If there was really a lot of juices going on there in an relationship, I feel by now a lot should already have surfaced just over the last month or two. And if it hasn't, well, maybe it's time to release it, and start thinking about your own path, liberate yourself, reopen to the future, and see then what can be attracted, because we are like living magnets. When we're ready, those signals go out, and then boom, it comes together. But as long as you're trying to move forward but with your head turns backwards towards the past, you won't really be attracting anybody because your magnet is turned around the wrong way. So think about that. We're all magnetic beings, right? So we want to take a nice, good, conscious check on where we're at with that. So as you can see, August is a turning point for something major to take place, and that is that confidence where you're feeling totally aligned with this new thought or this new idea that might come crashing through. You have a couple of females. One is family member, one is a friend, associate, or whatnot, That's going to be picking your brains. So you have a couple of people that I feel now is going to be important for you as you support them and move forward yourself, right? So listen, Sagittarius, this is your August forecast, and I will see you there in September. Bye now.